Good morning. Another beautiful day here. Got my coffee, ready to get this day started. It's almost 8 o'clock out here, and I'm excited about today. You know, part of getting into this journey of becoming a consultant or seeing the benefits of being a consultant or wanting to be a consultant versus, being a freelancer. And I don't want you to think I'm picking on freelancers at all. Um, it's, it is difficult. It's a challenge to initially get going, right? So I remember when I first started out, I had just graduated from college, and I had my degree. Yay! um, but I had to go out and start looking for work and knocking on doors without a whole lot of experience is obviously, I wouldn't say a futile exercise, but it definitely is wrought with a lot of challenges. You have a lot of competition, and and you haven't yet found your place. You haven't really been able to plant your flag to say, "Hey, this is what I'm good at," and so you're still kind of, you feel like you're drifting. You're not sure, should I do this, should I do that, and you're kind of waiting for something something to happen, and it can be very, very frustrating. I can't tell you how many times I just wanted to throw in the towel, just give up. And essentially, after spinning my wheels enough time, I realized that I was trying to do this without any direction. I was trying to be something, but I didn't know what. I was trying to solve problems. It's really what I've always been very passionate about. Is I love solving problems. I love spending the time to analyze it, and I'm particularly excited about automating processes. Um, to me, if there's a paper-based process or a very complex, laborious, error-prone process, then I look at that and go, "Mwah! It's time to simplify you." I'm not a fan of complexity at all. Um, and I look at that from so many different levels, right? Um, I mean, we're in the tech space, right? So, and we all come from different aspects of the industry, right? Some are developers, some are architects, some are quality assurance testers, some are project managers, and I mean the list goes on, right? Just think about this. Think about the average team that works on developing a digital solution for a client. Um, Now, depending on the size of that project, whether it be an enterprise level project or whether it just be kind of for a smaller company, um, will determine the size of that team, obviously, right? So when you're talking big, large scale enterprise projects, then you're going to need a pretty large team, and they're going to fulfill different responsibilities. When you are trying to support all these different needs, it's so easy to get kind of lost in the weeds, right? And so the the exercise that I embarked on early on in my career was to really spend time and better understand what it is that I do well. What is in my wheelhouse, right? Uh, where do my skill sets lend them to being able to carve out a niche, right? So Early on, I used to think, oh, I need to be a generalist, right? And then I realized real quickly that the answer is in specialization. Now, I want to take that even a step further, right? Specialization, not just in terms of what you do, right? And, um, and I'm not advocating that you say I'm a this or I'm a that based upon the technology that you enjoy working with the most, right? Because that again is too general. Um, you want to think about solving this problem from many different angles. So what am I trying to say? So before you can really and truly start going out into the marketplace and start looking for people to help, I think it's important to realize that an important aspect and benefit of working for yourself as a consultant is that you have the flexibility to pick and choose who you want to work with, okay? And after a while of working with different types of clients in different types of industries, it became apparent to me that there are certain industries or certain types of clients that I really prefer working with over and above other clients. And I'm not to say that I didn't enjoy working with them, but they were industries that maybe didn't interest me as much, right? Secondly, as you're thinking about this, you should also be asking yourself, what specific challenges does my dream client face? Now, let's back up for a second. You may say, well, how do you know who your dream client is? Well, that is an exercise that you should sit down and start figuring out. Think of it this way. Think of who epitomizes, and I'm not talking about a person per se, but think about this as a persona, right? What is the persona that describes your dream client? What kind of business are they in? What problems do they solve? What are their day-to-day challenges? What are the issues that businesses in that industry struggle with on a daily basis, right? Spend the time and do some research, right? Now, there are a lot of free sources for information. Of course, because of COVID, we are limited, to doing a lot of virtual, remote networking these days. There are not too many in-person conferences and conventions and meetups going on. Earlier on in my career, I would go and sign up for a lot of these conferences, because what it did was it gave me an opportunity to connect with what I desired to be my dream customer at the time. They were going to these conferences. They were interested in the technologies that were being shared and the solutions that were being discussed. And this gave me an opportunity to spend time with these people in a non-sales situation, right? I wasn't trying to go there because I wanted to try and drum up some business per se. I wasn't ready to do that. I wanted to really understand the problems that my clients were having. And it was only until I could really understand their problems that I could start thinking about solutions. And I did my research, and then I would go to meetings, or I would try to establish contact with folks in a more informal setting. And conventions and conferences were great. They worked well for me because I could sit and have a cup of coffee with somebody and bounce some ideas and share with them, and listen. Obviously, you need to listen more than you speak, because that's the secret to being a good consultant. Let them do the talking, you do the listening and understanding. Um, that really helped me. It helped me to understand that I needed once I understood uh, what my dream customer was dealing with on a daily basis, what struggles they were having. I shared some ideas about potential solutions with some of them. They were really excited about it. And that's when I had the confirmation that I was going to be providing a very specialized solution to a very specialized client in a very specific industry. And through continually working with the same persona or dream customer each time, I could continue to refine my skills, provide more value to them, and eventually be seen as a partner to these clients. And that served me really well. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps to explain some things. How do you feel about this? You know, have you sat down and gone through an exercise, almost like a SWOT analysis, right? Um, you know, have you sat down and looked at, what you're good at and where you can bring value? And then start thinking about what are the typical challenges in that particular area of expertise, and what are the particular solutions that you can provide and provide well. So comment below. Tell me what you think. What have you experienced? So enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to spend some time out here before I jump on my calls. And wish you all the best. Take care. Bye.